Greetings ladies and gentlemen, I'm Nash and we are Top Hat Samurai live from Eurogamer 2015,
where we'll bring you coverage of what's on show at Europe's biggest gaming convention, from the biggest shooters to the smallest platformers. So let's begin.
My name is Scott Mitchell. I'm the animation director on Rainbow Six Siege.
On 3, 1, 2, 3. Good job, guys. Yeah.
After Vegas and Vegas 2, the team started on something called Rainbow Six Patriots, which was taking the game in a completely different direction that at the end of the day we weren't happy with. So there was a little bit of a switch up that happened within the core team. New creative director came in and brought the idea of the Siege gameplay with the attackers and the defenders about at the same time as the procedural destruction became available to us. So the two just fell into play hand in hand, and that really took the game in a different direction. Beyond the procedural destruction, which is one of our key pillars of the game, you have our indoor environments. So it's all exclusively indoors. You know, you do have the preparation phase where the attackers start outside and have to work their way in, but everything works inwards, and then you've got the battle going on between the defenders and the attackers, and that's new. You know, we're not in a large outdoor arena. Everything is close quarters combat at some point. So that makes it so the experience is extremely tense, and not that other games aren't tense, but again, we're strictly close quarters indoors.
Oh, interesting. They're gonna try to come from behind.
1 on 4 remaining.
Locking down.
Doorway secure.
So when the game was being developed, actually we weren't considering the esports part of it. We're looking to make a solid online shooter, and that was about it. When fans, however, and players started saying this has enormous potential, we started listening, and it's been getting more and more popular. So of course we're going to support that. And you see things like the caster cam, which we brought out at Gamescom this year, is a direct result of those conversations. Well, you don't actually find classes. What you do find is 20 different operators that are all unique. They have their own device that none of the operators have. So there are, you'll find an attacker will have an ability that can counteract their counterpart on the defender side. You'll see gameplay like that, but you won't find two operators with the same device by any means. So there's a lot of variety there on how you can play through.
Blue 4, 10 seconds left.
I like to be very careful of how I go into a map, so always checking corners and communicating properly, of course, but the concept of one life is really difficult. So I like to play with the point man because it gives me a little bit of extra protection. It forces me to slow down because I have a tendency to run in and get kind of twitchy, but you really need to take your time and be careful in this game. So
Falling back.
you can expect it on all major platforms, PC, PS4, and Xbox One, coming December 1st.
One of our favourite things to do here at Top Hat Samurai when we're not working is playing games. And we particularly like playing games against each other, which is why we also love esports, and we thought while we're here we'd catch up with our friends over at Gfinity to find out more about it.
But they push back here in map 5. They will take it out here to
My name is Martin White. I'm the head of partner relations for Gfinity. So Gfinity is the UK's leading esports company. Esports are video games played at the professional level competitively. So we run tournaments online, offline, involving the best gamers from around the world and broadcast online to millions. Anyone out there doesn't really understand what esports are, just think of any other sport, whether it's football, rugby, golf, whatever, it doesn't matter. Esports is exactly the same. It's made up of the same things. Great games, great players, rules, you know, great media, great content wrapped around it. There really is no reason that people shouldn't watch esports because they're probably watching forms of it already.
5-7, and now it's all down to the NIP in-game leader.
16-13 is the score. Fnatic take it.
Esports is now more professional than it's ever been. And it's only going to get bigger. So as the consumption of content doubles year on year, the participation doubles year on year, the amount of prize money available just keeps increasing, more people are playing, more people are tuning in, you know, the growth isn't going to stop. And everybody wants to find the next audience. And we have them. The esports audience is the next audience.
Eurogamer is a great place to find out what's going on in the AAA games industry, but even more so is finding out what's going on in the indie scene.
I'm Jordan Morris. I'm the creative director at Pixel Blimp, and we're releasing Jumpstars, which is a game for the Xbox One and Steam. Yeah, so Jumpstars, the best way to describe it, is a game show game. It's a game that takes place at a game show. It's run by a manacle host who's kind of lost his job, so he's went out and started his own game show that you could kind of say is like Takeshi's Castle, but a lot more ruthless. He gets contestants sent from all over the lands to come compete in this game show to be the ultimate jump star. And it's just about surviving, getting the best team score, and seeing how far you can get with your friends. EGX is huge for us, like, especially for an independent company, like you just said. My biggest hope for being here is press coverage. Is to get the game out there, get it realised, get it play tested by people, because there's nothing more important than getting new people to play it, and hopefully they enjoy it. It's hopefully going to be out towards the end of this year. Really excited to get it finished and get it released.
I'm Johnny, I'm the lead designer on our latest title from Pixel Toys, Warhammer 40,000 Free Blade. I think the one thing we really wanted to try and do with this title was convey the sheer sense of destructibility and all the warfare that you associate with the tabletop game. Now it's obviously been a pretty phenomenal couple of weeks for us. You know, I would personally was really thrilled to see all our hard work presented to so many people on the Apple stage. Yeah, so that was huge for us, and you know, it's really good to be here today at EGX to let so many other people play the game for the first time and get some good feedback on it. We're hoping to have the game out on mobile devices at the end of the year, so in 2 months or so.
I'm Ben. I'm Sam. And we are here with Black and White Bushido, which has been made as part of the Endemol Shine group.
So the game is a 2D local multiplayer brawler, and basically one player plays as a Shadow Ninja, one player plays as a Light Ninja. The idea is you're trying to capture flags and expand your territory, and it kind of almost like, you know how Nidhogg kind of like goes on and you're kind of trying to go through stages to reach the end of the game? That's the same kind of thing. We're trying to get you through stages and ultimately claim victory.
So if I'm a black ninja, Sam's a white ninja, I can hide in the black, he can't see me, he can hide in the white, I can't see him. What you want to do is, I want to make more of the screen black, so it's more advantageous for me. He wants to make more of it white, so it's more advantageous for him.
So I can hide.
And what you can do also is kill people, like the guys who are interviewing us now did, and almost broke the kill counter, because it went up to 77, when I think the highest of the one was 16 I've seen today.
I was scared to let it go in the triple. I think it's really important, I mean, because these are the guys we're kind of selling to, these are the guys we want to play our games, and like everyone who comes here will give you invaluable feedback because everyone's a gamer. Like you guys, as an example, you say you play fighting games, that's the kind of feedback we need, and if we didn't come here, we wouldn't have got that. So I think it's super, super important. It comes comes out on October 2nd on PC.
Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today, but join us next time for even more from Eurogamer 2015.